we signed our girls up for Girl Power, which is an all-girl kung fu practice. So be careful. And at the beginning of every session, the instructor would ask the class, "Are you ready?" To which the shouted response was, "I was born ready." And then they would practice. So I love that because it asserted two true but possibly contradictory states of mind. One, it insisted on the inherent ability, capacity, and wholeness of each student. Born ready. And then it practiced that ability, capacity, and wholeness as an acknowledgement that being ready is a given that also must be practiced. So we're like that here also. We acknowledge that each person is inherently holy and that we need to practice being so. So I'd ask that you keep that in mind today as we reflect on what it means to be us, who we want to be and how we want to act, what we want to do and why. Today has been and continues to be about ideals distilled into practicals and experience. Now, a couple of weeks ago, we reflected on the ideals upon which we are basing our move to 2 services. Do you remember any of the theological reasons why we are moving to 2 services? Inherent worth and dignity. You're absolutely right. Yes. We're making room for the others, right? And in making room for others, we're making room for them in our pews and also in our hearts. Very good, thank you. The rest of you stay after class. Now, you remember when we're moving to 2 services, right? 2 weeks from now, yep. And what time will those services be? Okay. 9 and 11 for everyone who said anything otherwise. Now we know that even as this will open us to new opportunities and peoples and practices, it will also initially create a little chaos. It will also create a little discomfort, a little sadness. Wow. I think we should be ready for that, and evidently somebody is. Which is to say, I think we should practice for that. So what we are about to do will be a practice of mitigating chaos, even in the midst of chaos. It will be a practice of both restraint and of being graceful in discomfort. You guys can't wait, can you? It will be an opportunity to see the cost of absence, acknowledge it, feel it, and breathe into it, even as we celebrate a new path. And so, all souls, I ask you, are you ready? May I ask you to please rise? Now, for those of you who are less mobile, you just stay right where you are. That's fine. For the rest of you, here's where I invite the chaos and ask that you meet it with grace. In a moment, I'm going to ask you, to those who think they will at least begin by attending the 9 o'clock service, to move to the south side. 9 o'clock service on the south side. Wait, don't go anywhere yet. Don't go anywhere yet. Those that will initially attend the 11 o'clock service will move to the north side. If you are moving to the 9 o'clock side over here, you will start by moving backwards. If you're going to this side over here at the 11 o'clock, you will move forwards. And the grace will be that I'm going to ask that you do this in silence. We mitigate the chaos with our quiet. Restraint is not the only way to mitigate chaos, but it is the way we will do that this morning. Additionally, I ask that you do this considerately, making way for each other in a congenial way. Now, practically, this will help us understand our distribution, right? And it will be an exercise in moving through discomfort elegantly. We've already warmed up, right? We stretched for a reason. Emotionally, we will also see our friends near us and also sundered from us. It will be good and hard and good. Do keep in mind, this isn't a blood oath. It is an indication. You can change your mind after this exercise. But so now, and in silence, please. If you're going that way, move back. If you're going this way, come forward. Remember the part about doing this in silence. Did I say this side was 9 o'clock? I messed that up. You guys got to go back over. I'm kidding. So this is 9 o'clock. This is 11 o'clock. Take a look at each other, y'all. There will be plenty of opportunities, not on Sundays, to reconnect with these beautiful people on the other side of the aisle. And I think it's fair to acknowledge a little bit of sadness about not being able to hear the harmonies produced by this group or the harmonies produced by this group, be it musical, social, or what have you. I think it's okay to acknowledge that right now and be a little bit sad about it. But also know that there remain many opportunities. You guys can sit down too. I can tell this is going to be the lower energy service. They're like, we're going to sit. You guys are like, where can we do some exercises? You can sit in the middle now too, I mean, if you want to, but this is a good exercise for me. I get to see how many people, it's nice. You got like, it's kind of split in the middle, so that makes me very happy. Now, you might be asking yourself, this exercise is all well and good, but what does it have to do with cultivating meaning in the world and defeating authoritarianism? Right? That's what you were asking. It's a good question. Well, what we have here is a mutual appreciation society. And I say that somewhat tongue-in-cheek because that phrase is most often used to ridicule, right? But really, what a wonderful thing to aspire to. A mutual appreciation society. Let us engage with one another in gratitude and with appreciation, with thank you. And because we do that here, and we practice that here, it's practice for what we do in the world, and it will help us engage the world through the lens of gratitude, appreciation, and thank you. And that is so needed in an age where cynicism is not only rampant, but unfortunately well-deserved. But treating the world with gratitude, appreciation, and thank you is a reminder of our embeddedness in the world, a reminder that we are, in fact, in deep relationship with the beings of this planet and the being of this planet. Being a mutual appreciation society is a key step in bringing about the beloved community. And that, in the end and on the way, is the antidote to authoritarianism. Now, unfortunately, we cannot force people to our side and hope that it means anything. If we fight to overcome the tyrants of today, we may win, but we won't change the game. The game changes when we build a thing so beautiful, so useful, so attractive that people naturally adopt it as a worldview and a way of life. We've got to build the attractive thing. No one, for instance, forced a mobile device onto us, right? And they're ubiquitous. But we need to build a society with the same kind of appeal so that people just adopt it because it feels good and is effective. So what are the necessities of the beloved community? A good blueprint is in our UU values, rooted in love. We have justice, equity, transformation, pluralism, interdependence, and generosity. Those are broad strokes. More particularly, we need mutual care, which we have here in the form of our pastoral care ministries, our care team, but we also have it in terms of the gardens that some of you signed up for to host so other people can garden. That builds not only care and relationship, but resilience should things go sideways. We're also trying to get started some share sheds so that we could care for each other by not having to buy new stuff like a chainsaw that I needed this past weekend. And we could just go to our share shed and borrow it like a library. And also we have repair cafes here, so we're taking care of our stuff and our planet. And that's coming up sometime soon. Yeah, October is sometime. Also, so we need mutual care. We need accountability, right? We do need accountability. I'm going to make a mistake, and when I do, Kai's already volunteering. Which is why the next thing I listed was grace. We need, of course, cooperation, which we have in abundance here. We need good boundaries. Those are living most fulsomely in our bylaws and processes and procedures. We need compassion, always. We also need to share social media posts, y'all. Okay? That helps build us, right? So if you see, I'm serious, if you see a social media post from this congregation, like and share. The algorithm loves that. We have to use, those tools anyway. You can't use those tools to disassemble the master's house, but we're going to anyway. And participation. We need your participation. So in that light, if you're a board member, can you please stand up? If you're a board member, hold your applause for now, y'all. If you're a board member, please stand up. If you're a volunteer in RE, please stand up. Some of them are still here. They're not all working all the time. Remain standing if you're able to. If you are, or raise your hand, by the way, if you're not comfortable standing. If you're a team or a committee lead, please stand up. Stay standing. If you are an affinity group lead, please rise. Now, if you are a member of a team, an affinity group, or a committee, please rise. If you've been sharing social media posts, please rise. If you are coming on a Sunday, like today, please rise. Now a round of applause for all these beautiful volunteers. So we come from a tradition that celebrates the priesthood of all believers, and that means that each of us are the final authority on our own truth, and it means that each of us is called upon to step into the characteristics of ministry, the truth-telling, grace-giving, holiness-mediating role of ministry. That's each of you. Look around. Again, look around. This is ministry, what you see. These are all people engaged in ministry, and know that they are looking at you as you look at them. Now, if someone asks you what you did at church today, particularly for those new folks, what you learned or experienced, I hope that you can say that we practiced some of what it takes to bring about the beloved community. We practice grace and commitment and organization and forgiveness and grief and joy and love. I hope we can say that every Sunday. Now, I will see you all, not at once, in 2 weeks when we shift to 2 services, right? Are you ready? Okay, then let's sing.